All right, welcome everyone to this video using Clipchamp. And even though this is a video editor, today we're going to use it to create a podcast. Now, I've made a version of this already for Adobe Audition, but if you're in my class, we've had some issues using it in the computer lab. So today I'll show us how to do this on Clipchamp, which is a similar editor to stuff like CapCut, except this one gives you more cloud storage space. All right, so I'm going to assume that you've already downloaded the files from Edsby if you're in my class. And now to bring them in, so we'll click on Import Media. And you can see my screen. I'm going to select the 4 different sound samples. And now they'll load in. So give them a second for them to load up. And this last one is the longest. So let's start with the intro music. So the sound sample called Chong Guitar, that's the first one we're going to bring in. Now let me just double check. Great. So this is going to be the first one that we bring in, Chong Guitar. Okay. And you're going to notice that this song is a little bit too long for an intro. So we're actually going to clip it at a certain point. So let's play it first. Okay, almost there. Okay, so right around there, we want to stop it. And if you can see the sound waves here, that's right before a bass drop. And you can actually zoom in by clicking this magnifying plus sign. And what that does is it allows us to be even more exact. So we're going to cut it right there. Okay, and then to split the clip, we're going to click on these scissors, split it, and now I'm going to delete the second half. Okay, so let's listen to that again. Great. Okay, so if you want, we can zoom out again. And when it's time, we'll zoom back in to clip things. All right, the next one we want now is this explosion. So I'm going to take that and put it to the track below. And basically what we want to do is as soon as that intro music stops, we're going to hit an explosion. So maybe around, let's say here. Let's hear what that sounds like. Great. Okay. So if you notice, this crackle is very long. So again, we're going to split it. So I'd say somewhere around here. And if you're watching this video and following along, you can kind of ballpark it somewhere around there. And again, click the scissors and that splits. Done. So next thing we're going to do now on this fire explosion, we click on it and look to the right-hand side, we're going to see a fade button, and we're going to want to fade this out just a little bit, right? Just so the ending isn't so abrupt. Okay, let's hear what this sounds like. So I feel like we can even fade that a bit more. There we go. Okay, great. So that's set. And oh, just another trick too. So if I want to make this even shorter, I'll hover my mouse around the right-hand side, and then we can actually click and drag it a little left if we want to shorten it even further. Great. And might have to adjust the fade outs. Okay, good. So next step is now to get this audio. So we're going to click and bring the audio in. And what you're going to notice is that with the audio, there's a little bit of dead space. So we're going to get rid of that in a second.
All right, welcome.
So we don't really even start talking until about over here.
All right, welcome.
Okay, so let's try that out.
All right, welcome.
So I'd say let's shorten that here.
All right, welcome back.
Okay, maybe even a little bit more. So again, you can use the scissors to clip it, or you can do what I just did and shorten the clip. Okay, let's hear it.
All right, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be covering adding hexadecimal numbers.
All right. So now we're going to try and put a sound effect in here. So I'm going to play it, and as soon as I say hexadecimal numbers, we're going to pause it, leave a space, and bring in a sound effect.
Going to be covering adding hexadecimal numbers.
So pause, and that's about here. So we're going to split it, leave a little bit of space, and bring in the wow sound effects. Right about there. So just like this.
Numbers.
Wow.
Okay, you can play around with the spacing. Try that again.
Hexadecimal numbers.
Wow.
But before we begin with
And I'm just gonna shorten that a bit.
hexadecimal numbers.
Wow.
But before we begin with that,
Great. So, okay, and that's that. So in terms of audio, some other things that you can do. So we do have noise suppression, which wasn't needed this time, but say you're recording in a busy place, it can help. If you also look towards the left here, so if you do need to turn the volume up on any of your sound clips, you can do that. And one thing I'd say, especially if you were my class, is to make sure that you equalize the volume as much as possible, which means that for some clips, you might have to turn the volume down. And in other clips, you might have to turn it up just so that they have a balanced volume. And it's not like one is abruptly too loud and one's too quiet. Okay. Other thing you can do as well is to change the speed. So right now we didn't have to change anything, but you can speed things up or slow them down as well. All right, the last thing is in order to export, we'll click the export button here. And For us, we can export as a 720p. Keep in mind, this is going to export as an MP4, not as an MP3. If you really wanted to, you could also drag in and put a picture here for your podcast. They also have their own stock images they have here. If you want to take a look, you can test that out as well. See what they have for binary numbers. Oh, if you see the symbol, this means that this is pro content. It's not available for free. All right, let's bring this in. Oh, that one's actually pro. All right, let's skip this part for now. They also have stock music. Some of these ones are pro, but they do have free ones that are available. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you're in my class, let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you again later. Take care.